What's up, everybody? It's your boy Angel. Hope and pray everybody's having a blessed day. I know I am. This is a little bit late. You guys are turning to report what happened yesterday at our locals. Wound up going X-1, lost in the first place match in Game 3 to True Draco Zoo to my buddy Carter. Fair play to him. It was a very, very good match. We saw a lot of different tech cards played. It was very, very fun. Went down to the wire. We both bricked Game 3. It was basically like a top deck fest and whatnot. Like I said, fair play to him. It was a really, really good match. A lot of fun. Played True Draco Zoo, played Skull Servant, 60 card variant. Played my buddy Mitchell. Played Raccoons as well, which was a really fun deck actually. Played a buddy of mine, Gary. I wound up getting the match 2-0, but the deck was really, really interesting. It has a lot of power plays, makes your first turn Nat Beast. It was really, really good. So that was actually really pretty competitive match. Even though I got it 2-0, it was a pretty competitive match actually, because he was able to do a few things that could be problematic in the deck. I was just able to out them. But fun tournament overall. Wound up going like X1. Only loss was in the finals. Like I said, got third. Ran Darklords. Very, very solid deck for me. It's my favorite deck. This is why I've actually had it on there for my third time. I just feel that, like I said, it's just very, very, very underrated. Something that I don't, get shut out by Massacre Restrict. Something that I don't have to rely on the extra deck because I'm no fan of the link mechanic at all. In the series, I just think it's like a really mediocre, inefficient mechanic, and I'm just like, it's just something I really don't want to play. I like it supplemented here and there simply because you have to nowadays, but it's not something that I really, really am dying to play, as a main board in my life, but or in the game rather. But get it right into the deck profile. Like I said, very real solid for me. Performed very well. The only time I brick was the very, very last game he bricked too, so it really doesn't matter. So let's get into it. Play the one Morning Star. If you resolve this, you win. It's just that simple.
Simple as that.
The only time that this didn't give me a win was the one time that my buddy Carter ashed it, and had he not, he'd have lost that game. But this gives you insane advantage. If anybody, as I said, tells you don't run Morning Star, they do not know how to play Darklords. Trust me, it's just that simple. The card, it's just like running the one. No, this is not a one.
It's not one. You just decide to run one.
I just decided to run the one.
Right. Easily searchable.
Yeah, it's easily searchable, and then two clogs. But it's the concept of this is like running the one of Maxi. In my opinion, running this, you have to run it. You play the Maxi. That's why they call it a God card. Chances are, you're probably going to win the game because you're applying the pressure, or they're going to have to give you the draws. Same thing with this. When you apply that pressure, when you drop that field on them, it's insane. What it does is, if you haven't seen any of my other profiles, when I summon it, I can't special summon it, but if I tribute summon it, I can summon Darklords from my hand and deck up to the number of effect monsters my opponent controls. And I can also mill cards up the top of my deck equal to the amount of Darklords that I control, and then I gain 500 for each Darklord card milled. And so I actually end up dropping this in a game that I was really low on life points. I had 5 Darklords, got 2,500 life points, and then got all kinds of graveyard resources. I actually just won the game. As I said, if you resolve it, you win. Got to play it. Triple X-Shell, best card in the deck.
Monster makes everything flow.
Makes everything good. This just gives the deck so much flow. This really what gives the deck all of its power, in my opinion. The ability to get rid of things that are dead and then plus off of them and benefit. And it's one of the few cards that I've seen in any deck make bad cards, or dead cards instantly live. You can instantly get a benefit off of them, like dead Superbias in hand, whatnot. Instantly turns into a two monster field if you have that in the Reborn. It's really good. So like I said, it's the reason why this is $30. What it does, just in case you don't know, you discard it and one other Darklord card. Draw 2 cards, and just like all my other Darklords, all the new support rather, I can pay 1,000 and copy on either player's turn copy the effect of one of my Darklord spell or trap cards in my graveyard, and the cost of that card, because they're normally all discard, becomes just to pay 1,000. So you don't have to discard anything. So
as many times as you want.
You can only use it once per turn, but either way, this is just the sauce right here. So you gotta love Triple X-Shell. I play triple discount Lapoca. That's something that's a little bit different from my variant than a lot of I've seen. I feel it's necessary in this format because there's so much board wipe. Trust me, this saved me from Kaiju Slumber yesterday. This saved me from Dark Hole yesterday. This saved me from Raigeki 3 times.
Yeah. And battle too, which
is
nice.
And I had one game where somebody played the Raigeki. They were counting on that out. They didn't see that I had anything face down, so they didn't figure out, obviously I didn't have the My Body or anything like that. And then I had my field full of Darklords. They had an out. They felt that they had the out. They played their Raigeki. I just simply test catted them, and then they just kind of looked and saw that they really couldn't fight through that field because I had so much in graveyard to back up what I already had on my field.
Right.
So yeah, I run triple test cat, 2800 body, 21 defense.
Searchable.
And it's very searchable, obviously, and like all my other Dark Lords, pay 1,000 copy spell and trap effects on either player's turn. Played the one Zerato, like I said. Just one is good. Built-in Raigeki effect destroys itself at the end phase, but you don't need it after that. You just after you wipe field. Great card all around. Just the one, like I said, 2 clogs a little bit, but one is real solid. Triple Superb, you got to run it at 3. This is really what gives your graveyard play so much power and whatnot. Your rank 8 pool as well. Speaks for itself. 2,800 attack, 2,400 defense. Great all around card. Played triple Nastin. Once again, in my opinion, correct ratio. At worst, you discard itself to summon itself. What it does, just in case you don't know, you discard 2 Darklord cards and summon it. You can't obviously summon the same one if it's named twice, but you just discard 2, summon it, and you can also discard itself to summon itself with another card. So like I said, I like to run the 3 because at worst you can just send a dead one and then summon this. So you've got to run it in same effect as all of them. Pay 1,000 either player's turn. Copy effect. Play the one NamDisc. Once again, another card that I don't see heavily run. But if they're not running this at 1, they're not maximizing the full power of the deck. As I said, I've had really lackluster hands turn into really good boards just because of NamDisc. It's and also it's a 1-card Christia out just in case you have to out your own Christia to be able to continue your plays. 1-card tribute out, and also sometimes if I have like a Christia on board and I want to get something a little bit beefier, I can just tribute my one Ukabak, which is my really only technical normal summon in my deck, and then get an NamDisc and then have some more beef, and then normally something in my graveyard to make it a little souped up on field, and then that's a really strong board and hard for my opponent to get around. So run the one NamDisc. Next triple Ukabak, like I've said in the past.
Really good card.
Very good card. Anything that's a graveyard effect or a foolish burial effect to the graveyard, if I'm allowed to play it at 3, I'm going to play it at 3. Also, this really increases your pool. I play Reasoning in the deck, so it really throws the levels off.
Yeah,
Reasoning was so strong yesterday for me. But what this does is when it's normal or special summon, I get to foolish a Darklord card in general. This is what makes this card so strong. It's just a Darklord card in general. A monster spell trap to the graveyard. Yeah, like the ceiling of the deck just skyrocketed when this came out. And when this was announced, I was like, yes,
right.
yes.
Needs it.
It's this amazing card all around. Got to run it at 3 in my opinion.
Searchable.
Yeah, no less than that. And rounding off from 2 Darklord Christie, I might cut this down to 1. I might. I'm heavily considering. Yeah.
Thinking of replacing it with something else.
I'm thinking about maybe hitting 1 Vanity Fiend. Though I'm not necessarily the biggest Vanity Fiend fan, but I'm debating on it simply because I see a lot of variants, guys. They run Vanity Fiend or Christia Turbo instead of running Dark Lords with the supplement of those cards named. The deck is so much better when you use its own strengths and just supplement it with other things instead of trying to make the main focus like Vanity Fiend, draw a whole bunch of cards, play Pot of Desires, which I do not run in the deck because I don't feel it's necessary. Already draws enough by itself. Get to a Vanity Fiend, drop a Vanity Fiend, and then hope your opponent doesn't have an out, which if they're a decent player, they're playing tier 1, most likely they've got a Dark Hole, they've got something. Chalice, they've got something to out that. So, I just don't think that's very efficient. I don't think it's a very strong play. Not unless you have something backing it up. And so, for me, just the 2 Christian, like I said, I can drop it down to 1 because when I see it, I think it's just more of like, sealing the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Making it inconvenient for my opponent. Playing it skillfully, whatnot. Not 2, which is fine. You can do that. I'm just saying I'm beginning to maybe not see the need of it at more than 1, but we'll see what the future holds. Right now, 2 is solid, so. 2 Christia, that rounds out all my monsters. The spells, triple banishment of the Dark Lords. This is Darklord Rhoda. Searches any Darklord card. Amazing card, insanely busted. Very, very strong. Like I said, once again, all the consistency. I know the nickname of the deck is Brick Lords, but for real, I honestly, I don't off brick with this deck. I mean, it happened in the finals yesterday, but I don't off brick with the deck. Like I said, especially with things like this, it just has so much consistency. This adds, such a high cap to your plays, being able to get anything to your hand.
Right. Search any Darklord card, and this card is once per turn activation, but then you can just use it off the Darklord monsters and just keep searching. It's nuts what you can do with
so
that.
the ability to double search like that is just really, really crazy. So essentially what it does is boils down to 1,000 points for 2 searches. So that's, I mean,
and then you just shuffle it right back into the deck.
Yeah, shuffle it right back in the deck. It's really, really good. So I like to run it at 3.
Definitely.
Got to run it at 3. Maximize those. Triple contact. What Darklord contact does is basically Monster Reborn in defense mode. I love
Darklord, no level restriction, nothing like that.
Nothing. Nope. No cost to it. I normally like to get this with Superbia, and then you're able to get 2 for the price of 1, and then get something in attack mode as well. And that comes
that
up.
Monster you summon off Superbia, you can just use this from grave again. And
and then reborn again.
Keep going. It's crazy.
And then sometimes especially common play, I'm able to kind of go make a rank 8 play like that, whatnot. That's actually what I did game 2 in the final. We were playing first place match. I was able to do that, make a Hope Harbinger, and that's how I got that, the Test Cat, the Nastin, and the full force backup. It was just insane. Like I said, great card all around. I like to run it, maximize it at 3. Triple trade in because you're running you're running 5 level 8 targets. It's live. Pretty much all the time. And then, in this deck, I can even search a target for this. So if it's dead, I can just search a target for this. And then, what I want, draw 2. And I love that because I can search. What I love about the deck is, and as I said, it's a skillful deck. It really makes me think. And then on the fact that I can search what I feel is going to become a potential brick and then get it out of my hand. Like, for instance, you can search a brick that you think something's going to be, in the future is not going to be beneficial to your hand. So you can search that and discard it with the next gel. Or you can search it and discard it with a trade-in. If it's not going to be live, it's not going to be helpful.
Right.
So that's what I really, really love about the deck. There's just so many different plays of the deck. So, like I said, triple trade-in, necessary, and I wouldn't cut it down from that. Triple Allure. Triple Allure. Not been the biggest fan.
You needed the third one? Or not needed, but just...
I tried it, and it wasn't bad.
Right.
As I said, normally, I've been a proponent of it being at 2 because it can over banish sometime. But I was playing at 3, didn't see the third one often because by that time, yesterday I just had game. By the time I resolved the second one or saw the second one, or I just had board set up so quickly that I never even saw the second one. So, at 3, it's been solid. I think maybe I'll keep it at 3. With this deck, I'm always tweaking it and trying to find new things to increase the cap of it. Like I said, it's my favorite deck currently right now. I really love the deck. I love the synergy it has with all of its combo pieces, the ability to search outs, ability to search pluses. That's just amazing to me.
And then
search bricks and get them out of there. Like I said, maybe Triple Allure I think is I'll keep it there for now. It was a lot more help than it was harm. So I think we're just gonna keep it like that.
Right.
Put them in Valhalla. Get your plays started just in case you have big guys in hand. This is really another thing that makes the deck so consistent for me. Don't need it at more than 1 because if you open with this and you need to use it, obviously that's when you use it. And anything else like late game, this is it's a convenience play because maybe then it'll allow you to do the same thing of if you have nothing, get something started, get back in the game. Right. But, if you see more than 1, it definitely does brick. So, because you can only use it, while board's bare.
Did you drop Christia with this on anyone?
Yeah, I did. I just, this and Christia first turn actually won me a game yesterday.
Really?
So, that was really, really good. But, yeah, just the one Valhalla was real strong. So, I think I'll just keep it like that. But it'll definitely stay in. I don't ever see myself cutting this card unless Darklord gets some kind of broken support. But, you know what I'm saying?
Replace that.
Yeah, replace that. I'll play the one reasoning. This
card is so good.
Was amazing yesterday. The premise behind me playing reasoning in the deck was the fact that my opponent, especially if I open it up, it's so strong game 1 if I'm going first, because what it does when I play it, I mill assets to the graveyard, and then normally they're going to guess wrong. Yeah,
and I'm just use those assets. Right?
Exactly.
Like, I'm nuts.
I'm milling the Darklord cards, and then they're gonna call the monster wrong because they don't know I'm running Darklords.
They call like what 4?
The 4 was the most common one.
Yeah, that's
and then once they kind of got a feel for the deck, they'd call 8. I never had this guessed correctly yesterday at all because the levels are all over the place, and I play 5 8s.
Mm-hmm.
So 5
3s and
I play 3s, 7, 6, 1 6, a 10, 3 10s and 3 9s.
Like,
and
it's
11.
everywhere.
Yeah, so it's insane. It's almost impossible to guess. If this card ever comes off of just the limited list, I will play it at whatever number Konami allows me to play it. This card is nuts. It was so strong yesterday. Like, this single-handedly win me games.
It kickstarts everything.
It just kickstarts everything. It's just right off the bat. It's so good. If I see this card, once again, it's another card. Like, I have several play it and wins in the deck. This being one of them. Like, play this, win. It was amazing yesterday. So, put the one reasoning. And rounding off, 1 skill charge. Obviously, it's up there. If it's not Pot of Desires, I'd say this is the best spell, generic spell in the game. So, got to run the 1 soul charge. And that's all for the spells. I played triple full force virus.
How many times did you just
MVP
drop this on someone and
yesterday? Complete blowout. Anything you play this against, it's meta, blowout. True Draco, blowout. Zoo, blowout. Yeah. True Draco, Zoo, blowout. Like I said, I played this game too yesterday against my buddy Carter. Complete massacre. They're like, he could not play.
You get to know what they're playing. You get to see their next draws. Like,
it's crazy. I get to see information on my opponent's hand. Like I said, get to see, like my buddy Keanu just said, get to see what they're going to draw. And it allows me to, make strategy for what they draw. It allows me to make, to completely annihilate their board, completely stop their plays before they even get a chance to play. This card is the nuts. I run it at 3.
Attributing the Dark Monster, 2,000 more defense is like nothing. It's so easy in this deck.
This at 3. I'm gonna be honest with my fan base. It's a little cloggy, and I don't care. It's staying in there at 3, not cutting it down. It's just nuts. You flip it, win. And then the one more, flip it, win. Just destroys once again. Once you know what your opponent's playing, what they need. This against Zoo also. If you have this, I had one time where I had this in Zoo, and then I had a Rebellion in Graveyard with a face-up Nastin, so I had a pop as well. So flip this, got rid of the Superbia, called spells, that nuked half his hand, and then he obviously had the Barrage, the Tanky was gone, and then obviously only had the one normal summon when he had Rat, and so once he went activate Rat effect, pop, and then so he had no follow-up play, win. This once again, so flip this, win. This is an amazing card. Hopefully maybe Konami will bring that off the list. Play double Rebellion, non-targeting destruction is always good. That's what I love about this deck. Non-targeting destruction, non-targeting being able to possess my opponent's monsters, take control of them. Great.
Easy.
Normally what this card does, flip it, discard a Darklord monster, and then destroy 1 card on the field. But when it's in graveyard, just play 1,000 with one of my monsters, and they become like built-in Tridents, just better because they're beefier. More times than not, unless you got like
use
2 whiptails and all that kind of stuff. You know how Dryden gets, but use it multiple times. It's just a great card all around. 2 is the perfect number for me. I see it when I need it. I can foolish it. I can foolish burial when I need to and whatnot. 3, search it. 3 is a little bit too much, but like I said, 2 has been perfect. And then to play the 1 Darklord Enchantment. This is something I said as I became more and more skilled with my deck. I felt that, as I said, I want to utilize it to the fullest potential. This card has been insane. I had one. I was playing Blue Eyes. He had Chaos Max, and that I actually dropped this pop. Popped, took it over and attacked for a game. That wasn't turning. That was just a fun match yesterday, but that's what happened. This card's just really, really good. Like I said, just that one. Wouldn't run it at 2. Searchable. Easy. It's just really, really solid. So, basically change of heart. I met myself, back when the deck first came out and I was getting, get to know the deck. I was sleeping on that, but now seen the light. And then I cut this down from 2, the 1 back to the front. That's all I needed yesterday. I think that's kind of all I need right now in general.
You see it a lot?
I saw it when I needed it. And that's just the key. At 2, I was seeing it at times. I just really didn't want it. I just wanted something else, or I saw it, and I was like, man, I really wish this was a full force virus or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I made the adjustment to cut it down. Yeah. I only need to bring, revive off of it one time in a duel anyway, and normally that's what I'm on the defensive, and that's what it came in really handy for. It stopped my opponent from OTKing, and I was able to climb back in the game and get the W.
Drop Christian on your opponent's turn?
I did.
You did?
I did that once yesterday, yes. It was really, really solid. So we'll play the one back to the front. That's it for the main. That was 43 cards. 42. Sideboard extra first?
Do extra.
Extra deck. Played Big Spider, middle child, and baby child.
Make any of these?
I didn't make any of these yesterday, no. But they're definitely gonna stay in because, like I said, my extra deck is toolboxy. I don't build my deck to be able to spam anything from the extra deck, and so these just are played when they come in handy. But all 3 of these are just too broken not to run, so that's what we're gonna do. Play 1 Super Cannon Rail Dora. Once again, detach, make it unaffected. 4,000 booty, 32 attack. Gotta run it, easily makeable. Made this for game.
Really?
Yeah, so that was really, really solid play. 2 XL, so that was really nice.
What did he say after that? He was like, damn.
Picked up his cards and walked away. Made Won Calamities yesterday. That was actually really good. If you want to know how I do that, it's with 2 test cat Lapoca. That's another reason why I'm going to run that 3. It's makeable. I've actually made this several times since I upped test cat to 3. So obviously, we know what Calamities does. Make it and win. This card's busted.
This card, we were discussing this card earlier. This card is insane.
This card is busted. It's really broken.
Read the effect.
All right, so this is number 48. Number 22, Zombiestein. This card, I remember before it got reprinted, was $11, I think, at its height. And I'd always wonder why, and I never took the time to read it. Right. And so what I did is, basically what it does is, when my opponent would activate an effect on either player's turn, I could switch this card to defense mode and then discard a card and negate the effect of a face-up monster. Or face-up card, rather. And so basically it's like Siegfried, the DDD monster. And, that's not why it's really busted. For me to just be able to put 2, dead Superbius on the field together and make a 4,500 beat stick.
That is just insane.
That came up like this. Actually, I mean, this card's really, really busted. Actually, and I wasn't using it for the longest of time. Up until
super easy to make.
Yeah, real super easy to make.
8 darks is nuts. It's so easy.
It is, but
especially Darklord.
Yeah. So I think I just added this like a few weeks ago. I think I had my first profile. Did I?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, but either way,
you made this in someone?
Yesterday, no, I did not make this, but in testing, like I said, this has really, really been broken. Yeah. So I love this card. Zombiestein, really amazing. Played the 1 Lancelot. This is my favorite rank 8 to go into.
Card too.
This card is
nice card.
Secretly really, really good.
Really easy to make too.
Real easy to make. It can get you game. Attack. What it can do is attack directly and then pop something on your opponent's side of the field, a monster that is, and then when an effect is activated. You have to play it skillfully because if you activate an effect, that's the first effect activated that turn, Lancelot will negate it. So this was really, really strong yesterday too. This won me a game against Skull Servants by itself, Samaphon, because he couldn't do anything. He played grass, and I changed Samaphon, and he could do nothing. This was so good yesterday. Galaxy package. Cypher. Trying to make this against my buddy Carter yesterday. He wasn't having it. He already knew what was going on. So, you know what I'm saying? He knew what was going on, so he got to get it. But got to run the 1 Cypher. It's real solid. Got the 1 Galaxy Prime. Made this one yesterday, actually. This was really, really good. And, of course, the full armor. 1 Hope Harbinger, once again. Sealed the game yesterday. Game
Dropped
2.
her first turn with the virus, right?
Yeah, and that was just GG. And then I played finishing off the 1 Break Sword. An extra deck, or sideboard rather. I played Triple Ash. We know why we play this. It's broke.
$50 now. More than that, right?
Something
like that.
Eater of Millions. This was really low-key, really, really good yesterday. Except Banish the Masterpiece. It was really solid. Double Darkhold for Bora White. Double TT. This won me a game against Skull Servants. He couldn't play. Knew it. Had to just pass turn. Didn't see it, and didn't see it at all. Wish I did.
Sat it a lot, or just Your game?
I mean, I saw it, but I never saw it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wish I did, because if I had seen it game 3, I probably would have won, but that's the nature of the
Do you think you bump it up to 3 then? Just to see it?
I'm not sure yet. I think 2 is good. It's just I just didn't see it. And then Double Mask Restrict.
Double Mask. Solid.
Yeah, so everybody, appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's your boy Angel. Like I said, I wound up going X-1, lost in the final yesterday. Shouts out to my boy Carter, all my guys at the Gamers Wharf. You guys are real solid dudes, real good to play with. Great friends. If you guys are local in the GR area, come out to Gamers Wharf. Excellent play there. Very competitive locals. Everybody there is top regionals. They have done so before. Guys that have been to YCSs there. So very solid all around play.
Nice dudes.
Yeah, real good dudes, man. Real good dudes. We have a real family base there. So guys, come out.
Anything else you want to say? Wrap it up.
Thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and hope the good Lord works in your lives. And this has been Angel. Peace.